you different when you moving forward. Shoulders, but just stick to the code. You get yours, I get mine.
Hello, everyone. I'm Larry Ridley, and this is the NFL on EA Sports. It's opening week in the NFL, and today we have two teams who are more than ready to get the season underway. It's the Chargers going up against the Broncos.
Larry, we are at the foot of the Rockies, Denver, Colorado, as you get a look at Sports Authority Field at Mile High. Just a short time ago, sounds loud enough to reverberate across the Rockies. They're ready for football in Denver as the Broncos get set to do battle with Phillip Rivers and the Los Angeles Chargers. This will be fielded at the 8. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. First down throw, Simeon into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Denzel Perryman, and his guys are going to take over at the 31-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
And he'll get about 3 as he's brought down to the 28.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
So the offense now dealing with a 2nd and 7. Working out of the gun, Rivers. Throws left side, complete to Keenan Allen. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
If the Chargers could get a full season out of Keenan Allen, look out, AFC West.
How much does that change for them?
Changes everything because he's a true #1 receiver. He eats up catches, and his ability to make plays downfield is just tremendous.
Rivers on 3rd and 2. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the Tucker rule that they can fall back on anymore.
And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it. And this one winds up no good.
Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
So when you call a corner blitz, what a lot of teams call a cat blitz, you're expecting to come after the quarterback, but in this case, he ran into the ball carrier. Really nice technique, because what you do is you come deep as the deepest offensive player, so he can't get outside of you.
Leopard! Set! Green, 30, Detroit!
On 2nd down, here's Simeon. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
All right, here we go. Watch it now, Barney.
3rd and long. It's Simeon. Open man is Henderson. That's complete. And they're going to get this one all the way out across the 45. A good pick up there of 20 yards.
Let's go.
Now it's the Chiefs' all-time leading rusher. It's Jamal Charles on the carry. And he'll be brought down at the 45-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that'll make it second and a foot or so.
He's gone over 1,000 yards 5 times in his career, but he's at the 30-year-old mark, and there's a lot of concern about running backs over the age of 30.
5-yard. Anderson loses the football. And this is recovered by the Chargers.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around. And we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. And it's complete to Antonio Gates. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. Now the offense lining up 1st and 10. A first down throw here for Rivers. Looking for his tight end Gates, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line.
I know that's something people say you have to live with Phillip Rivers as your quarterback. 52 interceptions over the last 3 seasons. But remember, he's been dealing with a depleted wide receiver core.
That's very true. But those 52 interceptions over the last 3 seasons you mentioned, most in the NFL. They start the drive with Anderson. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down. So the run moves the chains, and here we go on first down.
Here we go.
Simeon now to throw. Chargers able to get the pressure and bring him down. Brandon Mebane getting in there from his defensive tackle spot to snow him under for a loss of 4. Offense needs something here on second down. It is 2nd and long.
Here we go now.
A shotgun snap for Simeon. And he will find his man for the first time, Demaryius Thomas. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. 23 yards on the play.
Let's go.
Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. First down. Here's the run with Anderson. And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
They'll run Anderson. And this time they're able to bottle him up as they'll stop him at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal. Simeon now on 2nd down. Screen play, Anderson. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. 5 yards that time on the completion. And now it's 3rd and goal. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. From the 3-yard line once more. Now here's 3rd and goal. They come out here in the I. Now Simeon on 3rd and goal. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Virgil Green from 3 yards out. And the Broncos have taken the early lead. Yeah, he is a reliable target. They like to get him involved. They got him involved there for the score.
And they should. He's a very good player. Remember, they can use him in certain positions, so many different spots, and he usually comes through for them.
Now McManus on to kick this one off. Now the Chargers offensive unit ready to see what they can do here. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
He was hoping to get to the edge, but they did a really nice job of forcing him back inside. That's excellent fundamental defensive football. Don't let him outside where they can really shred your defense.
Trying to force it to Allen, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Shane Ray. And the return will stop right around the 25.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
After the interception, here's Simeon. Looking for Green, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Last year, the Chargers 5-11, so you wouldn't think that they would be tied for the league lead in interceptions, but they were, Charles, with 18.
And now they just need their offense, if they're going to do that again in 2017, to take advantage of and put more points on the board.
Following the interception here, Rivers, and nearly picked off there, almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
My man's getting a little loose with the football there, right? Interception before, almost had one here. He's got to start taking better care of it.
Yeah, really should have been back-to-back drives with interceptions. He's lucky there. On 2nd down, Rivers again. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. And he's brought down after a good gain. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Rivers now, and that's complete to Gates. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. Back now to begin the 2nd quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Chargers here with a football. They've got it 2nd and 6 to start things out. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. On 2nd down, they'll run with Gordon. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. Calling a gain is 7, and it gets him a new set of downs.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
They go back to Gordon here on 1st down. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. 2nd down, Rivers. Out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. Call it a 3-yard gain, and they're going to face a 3rd down.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And there's the first NFL catch for the first rounder, Mike Williams. He gets 7 out of it, and he also gets a first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. Throwing again. Rivers on 2nd and 10. Throw right side, complete to Williams. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. 23 yards on the play. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
Looking middle, and it's incomplete. He was trying to hit Melvin Gordon there. That'll bring up second down.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Sets up the screen to Gordon. And he takes it in for a Charger touchdown. Melvin Gordon, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Chargers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. And they'll want to hold on to that football. That is the first NFL touchdown scored by the Los Angeles Chargers. Now, if you want to talk AFL, first Los Angeles Chargers touchdown since New Year's Day of '61.
Yeah, they played in the AFL Championship that day against the Houston Oilers. So how about that? A return for the LA Chargers, triumphantly finding the end zone.
And a ball that will live in the trophy case for years to come. Now the Broncos offense, they get set to head back onto the field. And 2 picks thrown here in this first half alone. We'll see how that affects him.
Can't wait to see where his confidence is, because the great ones, they'll throw 4 or 5 picks, and while it'll hurt their team, it won't hurt their confidence. They'll think something was just wrong with the ball or the wind or something was funny. It's never about them. That's how they stay so into the moment and into the game.
Start the drive with Jamal Charles. And not a whole lot doing there, as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
Well, they held him to a short gain on that one, and it almost felt like on that first run, they were trying to just throw the jab at him. So how do you stop a jab? Get closer and smother it, just as they did on that last play.
To throw on second is Simeon. And he'll be brought down right at the 30 here. It'll be a pickup of just 2, and that's going to lead to a third down. From the gun on third, Simeon. Going underneath for Charles. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue. They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That one good for 10 yards. And that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here. Simeon. A dump off for Charles. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. Denver has a first down on the 15-yard play.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
2 minutes to play in a tightly contested first half. Back to Denver right after this. They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to work. And all the way home for the Broncos score. C.J. Anderson, 40 yards. And the Broncos have taken the lead. And Charles, after an injury-plagued season a year ago, nice to see him get back into the end zone here in week 1.
You know as well as I do, chomping at the bit. I mean, all off season, wanting to get back in form, get back on the field, show that production that he had previously, and getting into the end zone, that's a big statement for him.
It's got to be just like a breath of fresh air. Like, here we go, last year behind me, let's move forward.
Good point. Shed it and move on.
And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
On 1st and 10, Rivers. Got a man over the middle. It's Williams. And he's taken down, but not before getting this across midfield and just shy of the 40. A very solid gain of 27. Rivers now to throw on first down. It's caught on the right side. Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Chargers passing game rolling a bit here. They've got another first. First down, Rivers. Right side catch. This is Gates. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up second down. That catch, a big one for Antonio Gates, number 900 in his great career.
And immediately people say, can he get to 1,000? I say that's a little bit unlikely. The best number.
And he's in for a Charger touchdown. Immediate dividends from their number 1 pick, Charles. They expect, obviously, big things from him.
And he's already starting to deliver. But here's the question I've got for you. Who gets the first football? Because, you know, when you score your first touchdown in the NFL, they give you the ball, right?
Right.
Who's going to get it? Does it go to mom? Grandma? Wife? Girlfriend? Where does it go? High school coach? Who gets it?
Why isn't he putting that in his own trophy case?
Well, that would be a little bit selfish now, wouldn't it? What about all the people that helped him get there?
Well, what are you going to do, cut it up in 30 pieces?
Good point. He gets to keep it.
And to no one's surprise here in Denver, that'll carry through the back of the end zone for a touchback. So the Broncos coming out now. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match at a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
He kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
Second down here after the incomplete pass. Now it's Simeon. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he brings this one back. It's a pick six and a Charger TD. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And coming out now, the Broncos. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
First down throw, Simeon. Trying to lay one up deep. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down.
Well, I guess that answers the question whether or not they want him throwing it again right away after throwing the pick six on the previous drive.
Yeah, not something conservative or underneath. Pretty big shot right there.
Got him right back in the saddle and said, go ahead and sling it, big guy.
On 2nd and 10, Simeon. On a crossing route, he hits Demaryius Thomas. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. And now before this first down play, we're going to get a timeout here, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number one. Simeon on first down. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Jaleel Adai. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They go play action here on first down. He sets to fire deep. And for the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked up by the safety, T.J. Ward. And he will be brought down as time is now run out on this first half of action. Thank you, LR. Appreciate it. A one-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Out comes the Chargers as they'll go on offense now to start this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you term that, because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
See if they do just that. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely. And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception. It's Chris Harris with a pick. And he'll bring this one back to the 29. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
Every year I go to the combine and marvel at the speeds that linebackers are running nowadays. They run like DBs. And let's face it, they know how to finish plays too. Eyes up, head up, run right through them.
Here's Simeon now on second down. And this is caught at the 8. And he's brought down, but not before reaching the 8-yard line. 23 yards on the play. First and goal from the 8. Now a run with Anderson. And he will maneuver his way down to about the 7. Only a yard on the pickup there. Second and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And here now it's second and goal. Ball on the 7-yard line. And they'll get him down here at about the 5-yard line. Call it a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's third and goal.
Well, the spotlight hit him once already tonight as he got into the end zone. He was trying to make it a double spotlight, wasn't he?
But credit the defense, bottling him up, not letting him get in for the second score there. And this offense on third down today, a perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. They're looking at a third and goal here. Out of the gun, Simeon. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by the linebacker, Jatavis Brown. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing it.
And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and it'll be second and 11. Shift together here from the D-line. This is Gordon as they go to him again. And some space here. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Charger first.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little... And the Broncos get there and take him down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
Play fake to Gordon. Now Rivers. It's complete right side to Benjamin. And all the way in for a Charger touchdown. Travis Benjamin, 68 yards. And the Chargers find a way to stretch their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, the second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The Broncos offense now gets ready to head back onto the field. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah, I think that. I think that not only did he say that, But he also told him, let's put it in the end zone that it's supposed to be in, all right? The end zone we're trying to score. I know we're being a little bit facetious here, but the bottom line is take care of the football, and everything else should flow from there.
Quick lesson, never ask the play-by-play guy a question.
Hey, you're my partner. I know you're right there with me.
He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Thomas, the man in motion left. They'll need to get the play off quickly. On 2nd down, Anderson. Oh, he's got a little daylight. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set.
Here we go now. Green.
Simeon. Screen play, Anderson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play. On 2nd down, here's Simeon. He's going to air one out. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Denver score. Demaryius Thomas, 65 yards. And the Broncos draw a bit closer. You got to figure if they want to have success this year, the more they can put the football in his hands, the better, coming off a Pro Bowl campaign.
And that Pro Bowl campaign does more than just get him notoriety. It also plants an idea in the minds of guys trying to defend him that he's really pretty good, and sometimes gives you a little bit of extra room, a little bit of extra deference, and he's taking advantage of it.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So out come the Chargers. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
They'll try and get the ground game going. Here's Gordon. And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Just a couple there on the 2nd down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. And the defense searches for one more stop here after the run on 2nd down. Off the play fake here. Rivers going deep for Benjamin. And that one incomplete. They try to sneak in a deep ball with the clock running down, but to no avail as time will expire on this 3rd quarter of play. Here's Drew Butler now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. And he gets it away, and it's a laser headed for the sidelines. And this will be out of bounds at the what here? The 12-yard line. Now this Broncos offensive unit ready to head back out onto the field. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. And he's going to be taken down right at about the 15-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Here we go with 2nd and 7. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage.
No. Check. Patriot.
A shotgun snap for Simeon. And now here is another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And he brings this one back. It's a pick 6 and a Charger TD. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. This will be fielded at the 8.
There's no downplaying that we all knew that this was a critical possession, and to get a return like that to start things off, that's the spark that they needed. That's the spark they were looking for.
The Bronco offense now set to come back out onto the field. Here's Anderson as they begin this series on the ground. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Here's Simeon. Looking for Sanders here on the deep ball. And they went for a big play through the air on 2nd down. Couldn't connect. Now it's 3rd.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time.
Here we go now.
Throwing on 3rd down, Simeon. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jason Verrett. And what a return as he brings this all the way back down to the 20-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the 2nd week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out. Now Gordon on 1st down. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So the run gets them the 1st, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. Looks like the defense in press coverage here. 1st and goal, Melvin Gordon. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Something to think about with these Chargers. They had 4 losses a season ago when leading with 3 minutes or less.
So you think that their fans right now, they're hopeful, but not necessarily expecting it to go their way.
Yeah, not counting their chickens just yet. 2nd and goal. They still need 8 yards to find the end zone. And he's not even able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Now there's also a flag down, and it's in the area of holding. Well, they had stopped him for a loss on the run anyway, so they'll decline that.
It's almost a good psychological advantage, isn't it? You created a penalty, and you still couldn't gain yards against us. No way we need to take that one.
The offense on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and goal. From the gun, Rivers. And this is going to be incomplete.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
I guess not content to get another 3 here late. They'll try to add 6 more as they go on 4th and goal. Now Rivers. And he will bring it out past the 20-yard line. That is the play they needed in a 2-score game here in the
No doubt about it. They did what they had to do to give themselves a chance to get back into the game. They turned it over to the offense. They are now in charge.
Now they need to execute. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively.
Here we go.
The first throw for the backup Lynch. And the throw left sideline here is caught, but they'll rule it incomplete. Couldn't keep his feet in. 2nd down. Carlos Henderson, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down. Throwing again. Lynch. He's going to look deep down the field. And both guys were there, but it falls incomplete. I know he wants to get his team back in the game, but a 50-50 ball right there that maybe was a little questionable.
Yeah, he's pretty lucky to get that one back. I think that sometimes these quarterbacks play with a lot of confidence that borders on arrogance, and that can put your team in some Dutch.
Yeah, especially maybe want to look at some safer routes after the interception he had that ended their last drive. On 3rd down, Lynch. And the Chargers rush is going to get there. Down he goes.
Well, that play was the very definition of fast, quick, and in a hurry. Suddenly, he was there.
Man, blink of an eye. That happened fast and a big sack. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. He'll let this thing go for Sam. He's got a man complete. Past the 20, 10, and all the way home for a Broncos score. Emmanuel Sanders, 83 yards, and the Broncos have cut it to within a score.
No, we're not cheering. No, we're not rooting, but I am excited about this, and I know you are too. We got a ball game again after that big-time strike.
Big-time strike, and you are right. Don't go anywhere yet. This thing's not done. Now McManus on to kick this one off. Brandon Oliver now on the return. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. Anticipation certainly building for next week's game for the Chargers. Their first home game in the StubHub Center. The Dolphins will get the honors. Then following that, 2 more home games. They'll host the Chiefs and then the in weeks 3 and 4.
I'm eager to see if they can build some sort of a home field advantage in their new place, because there won't be very many fans, somewhere around 30,000, but they should be loud in supporting their team.
Play action now. Rivers. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the corner, Bradley Roby. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Demaryius Thomas, the intended receiver, and it's second down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And a pretty big hole as he's down to about the 40. He's able to rattle off 6 on the carry, and that'll get him to 3rd and 4.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. 8 yards on the pickup there, and it moves the sticks.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. He goes underneath for Anderson, and he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it second down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete. He was trying to hit Thomas that time, and it's 3rd and 5.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the 4th quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. One of the bigger plays in the game thus far, and the crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Now let's go. Gun, 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 gun.
From the gun, it's Lynch. Looking again for Thomas, this time complete. And he'll take this forward for 2, maybe 3. But we do have a flag down, and they're already marching backward. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Now let's go. Blue landing. Blue landing. Detroit. 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 Detroit.
Now it's Lynch. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the... And this is caught for a Bronco touchdown. Emmanuel Sanders, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. And now a critical extra point attempt here. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. So here comes the kickoff now, all even here in this 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now. But let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And he's going to drop this off to Williams. Complete. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Give them 12 yards there. The Chargers have a first down. I'm kind of liking this 2 Monday night. Game thing. Hope our East Coast friends are still awake and with us. It's been a good one here in Denver. Time for a break. We'll come back and see how it all shakes out after this. A great Monday night to wrap up the week in football. 2 division rivals and a great finish ahead as we come up on 1st and 10. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. The tight end, Henry, here in motion. Rivers. Man open left side, it's Williams. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Now the Broncos are going to take a timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. Might have gotten this one down to the 28, and that's all. And now the Broncos will burn another timeout here. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. They keep it on the ground. Again, Gordon. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Here's Rivers. Gets it to Benjamin. It's caught. And he is hit pretty hard from the side as he's knocked down at the 4-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And now a 1st down following that long gain. And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run.
Ready.
Now Anthony Lynn, sensing the play clock running out, will call for a timeout. As the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. The busy night continues for Gordon as he gets it here. And able to push his way forward here for a good little gain. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings up 2nd and goal. Offense walks to the line for play number 7 of the drive. They come out here in the eye. And now here's a sneak, maybe looking to run a little time. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. Phillip Rivers with time running out. And the Chargers are going to take the lead. And it would appear they're going to get out of here with a come-from-behind victory. Here's Lambeau out to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. Critical condition here, obviously. Got to hope to get something quick right and then maybe take that shot deep.
And once they do take the big shot, you've got to worry on defense. Of course, no one getting behind the defense and make it an easy throw. But nowadays, it's not just the ball being tipped in the air and people in the end zone in a cluster. It's that guy that's short of the end zone who comes up and ends up making the play because he goes unguarded. So there's a lot to think about if you're playing defense in this situation.
We'll see if they can cover all their bases. And that one is incomplete, and now we're inside of 10 seconds. Just 9 remain. And on 2nd and 10 now. Looks like the defense in press coverage here.
Let's go.
He'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this will be incomplete. 1 second left to go. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you've got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared, stay on your feet defensively, and tackle someone.
And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And, partner, this first week, this first game that we get to call together, so special every year, week 1. You had the flyover, the big American flag out there before the game, all the hoopla, just having football back, so special.
It is an opening day, opening game. There's just nothing like it because you really build to a crescendo. But the best part for us is that crescendo lasts for a while. Opening game here, an entire season. We get into the playoffs, to the Super Bowl. I was really excited. I could barely sleep last night. I can't imagine being a player.
So for our visitors, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll have another road date next week with the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Denver, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they will get a home date next week as they will take on the Dallas Cowboys. So that'll do it. For my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry, I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. From Denver, good night, everybody.